The NFL is on EA Sports as we bring you a look inside Highmark Stadium here at Orchard Park, New York. Today, a fun matchup in the AFC East, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Buffalo Bills. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. Happy to be with you. And CD, as we get this thing going, give the folks at home something to keep their eye on.
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best and controls the clock, they will come out the victor.
And we are underway in Buffalo. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by a guy who spent 7 seasons in a Bills uniform playing against his old mates. It's Tyrod Taylor. They'll get this out wide to Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he stopped immediately there. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Play action, now Taylor. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. So on 4th down, out comes Austin McNamara to punt for New York. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
I remember when he came out of Wyoming, the big question mark, could he be accurate enough to be a star in the NFL? I think it's safe to say he's put all of us in our place and put those doubts to rest. He can roll out and run it. He can bomb it over your heads. Everything in between. He is an absolute nightmare for defenses to try and prepare for. And when he's on, he's an MVP caliber player each and every time he takes the field.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
He was taken down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Here's a 2nd and 5. On play action, Allen. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, It helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing now is Allen. Now loose football. The ball comes out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. They'll run with Hall. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jets have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Nick Folk for the point after. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0.
Next to score, Jets 7.
A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Allen now looks to throw. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a 1st down.
1st and 10.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This 2nd and 4. Allen. Open man, it's Palmer. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. The 1st down carry for Davis. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Allen going to throw. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
To throw, it's Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Now Allen. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. Allen to throw once more. This taken in by Kincaid. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd and 5. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
That solid gainer will put them on the doorstep of the end zone. More importantly, it gives them a fresh set of downs. Nice work right there.
Here's Allen to throw it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. The tight end in motion right. Here's Allen. And he's got his tight end knocks for a Bills touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Bills are an extra point away from evening this one up. So, Charles, they had him double covered in the end zone. It still was not enough.
I wonder if they're thinking to themselves now, 2 didn't work. Do we go for 3 guys on him next time? Because he fought through all that extra attention, got himself into a great position where his quarterback felt confident enough to challenge the coverage and threw it his way. What a big-time play right there, both by the quarterback trusting him and by him going up and getting it.
Extra point good by Prater. And we are tied at 7. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Now Hall to start the drive. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 4. Taylor going to run the option right. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it.
Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. Joey Bosa. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. To throw is Taylor.
Finds his man. It's John Mechie.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Taylor. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Hall. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. So on 4th down, Austin McNamara comes on to punt.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. To the air. Allen. Oh, hit as he throws there. Incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now Allen. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he is going to have a Bills first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Now Allen again. This to the tight end, Kincaid. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Here now, 2nd and 4. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's brought down. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Allen going to run with it. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So we are deadlocked at the break here, and the EA Sports Halftime Report starts now. Here's Scott Hansen.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen here with an abridged version of the Halftime Report. Both offenses still trying to find their way. Tight competitive game, though, as we are tied at the half. To find out who will come out on top, let's rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
35-yard line.
This is 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Allen. And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer. Down the sideline he goes. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. Back to throw again.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. And the kick for the 41-year-old is up and good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold him to a 3-point kick. Now you're giving him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
Cook following the penalty. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
On 2nd and goal. Allen. That's caught. Kincaid for the Bills touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Bills have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Now Prater to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
So pass interference, the call there. Always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the second half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the first. But this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, your front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit. And that's what he did on that play.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on to kick it away. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here, as this is toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis.
And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a first carry for their fullback.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
That good for 19 and a first down.
A gain of 19 yards. First down.
But that was definitely a surprise there, handed to the big guy on first down. Heck, the first play of the drive. And when you see him get to the second level, as a former safety, I can just tell you, your eyes get really wide, because you know you've got a lot to deal with.
Ball has it knocked loose.
But I think a Jet was able to recover, and they'll keep possession thanks to a heads-up play.
Recovered by the offense.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the fourth quarter.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Hall want to give up the middle.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Taylor will throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Here we go. It's Taylor on 4th down. That is caught by Williams for a Jets touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. And we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here, and we're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
On for the extra point is Folk. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
That ties the game at
The drive
14.
summary that time, 5 plays. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bills going to take over again on offense. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown. All tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Beginning this series with a handoff to Cook. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, Allen. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. The 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 50 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Throwing now is Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Josh Palmer from 8 yards out. And the Bills answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter-punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the fourth quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You talk about those punches and counter-punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
Prater for the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. That time a 6-play drive.
And it ends with a touchdown pass to Josh Palmer.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
So the Jets now down 21-14, 2:10 on the clock. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10.
Over the middle, complete. It's Mitchell. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
A gain of 17 yards.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
1st and 10 at the 44.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's another Jets first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now Taylor. There's a short one. It's caught by Taylor.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
35-yard line.
2nd and 6 coming up. Taylor.
Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
Now it's Taylor. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Now Folk for the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And he returns this to the 22. The Bills' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. This is 1st and 10. Here's Allen. Into the hand. And it's a fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
I'm fairly sure that there's no good time to cough up the football. But this couldn't be much worse, could it? This situation, this yard line, no chance.
They set it on a T-form. They're already in field goal range here late in the fourth now.
Yeah, warm up the kicker. Just make sure they take care of the ball now. They've got a chance to put this thing away.
Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. They are in field goal range here already. How do you handle this situation, tie game?
In a perfect scenario, you want to find a way to get the ball to the proper spot for your field goal kicker. They always have preferences. And you want to bleed the clock down so that when you do kick it, as the ball's going through the post,
zeros.
The clock hits zeros.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. A toss left side for Hall. And he's going to be out of bounds to stop the clock. And they continue to move a little bit closer toward that potential game-winning field goal. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. They'll go again with Hall. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Second down, 8 yards to go. Option play, here's Hall. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
This Buffalo crowd letting them have it. 3rd down now. They'll run with Hall. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth. So a toss play there does the trick as he's into the end zone.
And you don't run this unless you're sure you've got a guy who has the speed who can get to the edge, because what you're hoping for him to win the race to the corner and turn it upfield to the end zone.
Full connects on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Bills 21.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now it's the Bills' turn, trailing by a touchdown. 27 seconds to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. To throw is Allen. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he will get out of bounds to stop the clock as he picks up maybe 8, and that's all.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They come up now on 2nd and 2. Throwing, Allen. This taken in by Kincaid. And he's going to have a first down as he's out of bounds to stop the clock with just under 20 seconds to go.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understanding where they are on the field?
Now, this offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here first down. Allen going to run with it. And bringing it in, it's Davis. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Now Allen. Now that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Allen. This to possibly force OT. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Oh, and this is nervous time now. They decided to go for it right there. Fortunately, still a little bit of time left for another shot, but this one almost certainly has to be in the end zone.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. This to possibly force OT. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. What a thrilling 4th quarter this one was. Well, at least I guess if you're cheering for the winning side, an outstanding comeback, though, that saw them completely take control and change the outcome of this game.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many of us saw that coming, the way that they were playing and having the lead after 3 quarters. A little bit of a stunning ending because it wasn't just a 1-touchdown swing. It was a multiple touchdown swing for them to end up losing that ball game. Give credit where credit is due. They came off the pace and got it done.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL.